Excuse me. Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome to Sunday session, first one for October. It's October 2nd, 2022. We definitely got a lot to cover for today. This week was crazy. We already know September is a bearish month. So seeing this week hit the bottom of the bottom, we passed down June lows this week. We actually went lower than what happened in June. So seeing this 1 week performance chart, not really surprising to us because we definitely been talking about the bearish months on the calendar. Every opportunity, I try to give you guys a little heads up on what can happen in this market. But we're coming around to earnings season. We're coming right back around to earnings season. It's October, birthday month. Scorpios stand up. If October babies stand up. It's definitely exciting. In my opinion, October starts the festivities of the end of the year. Thanksgiving, Christmas, always, October just bring that mood. So I'm very excited about what's going on in October. I'm looking forward to see what happens in the beginning of this week and further on in October, guys. So first thing first, 1 week performance, Apple dropped down 8%. One of the biggest drops out of all of the market. They had some information about production of the new iPhone slow up. They kind of stopped production on those for a little minute. Doesn't mean Apple is going to die off. Doesn't mean nothing really. It's just production talk, guys. Things happen. I mean, if you ever worked in a warehouse or a facility where you do, production of any type of thing, cars, I worked in doing roller coasters. I was doing, building roller coasters at one point in my life. And you see, sometimes parts don't come in. Sometimes, certain things don't really work out. So don't look at Apple as being, oh, it's going to die because their phone production slowed down. Just look at it and see where's the bottom support is. We know that Apple bottom is around 130. Let's see what happens when we get to that point, if we get to that point. But this is also in a good support area too at 138. Tesla is a little bit down to the 265. Netflix, out of all the ones that's been moving, Netflix has still been performing pretty well. They've been releasing movies consistently. We know what Netflix been doing. They also been beat down on the year. And there's a huge gap to be filled up to 336. But we're going to have to look at Netflix once it breaks above 252. But it's definitely looking promising. It looks like we're squeezing into this upward wedge, and then we'll be able to see what happened with Netflix. I'm surprised we're not talking about Netflix more, but we're going to get into it today, guys. But let's start off with SPY. I always like to come in, go over some SPY charts. Easiest trades you can really, put out is a SPY chart. SPY closed at 357.88. Notice that it did break the trend line. It broke all types of anything that we have for our strong support area around the 365. I mean, it closed the week below support. That is a huge close. That is a huge close. Could mean that we have more downside, or it could mean we can bounce here and reverse back up. We never know, right? I've seen things happen, weirder, but I wanted it to close the week above 365. That was my idea. That's what I wanted to do. And if it don't work, well, we just got to readjust the plan. Congrats to anybody that came in the beginning of this month of September and got the 285 puts. Those was probably, the hardest hitting puts other than the Amazon 125 puts for 930. And I also put out the 165 Facebook put for 930. Those three, for me, definitely set the tone for the month. I am a long swing trader, so if you're looking for long swings, that's what I do. And it comes off of bigger time frames, bigger results. So I'm definitely happy about those so far. But let's start all over. Let's clear this out. We notice that SPY is still breaking below the 200-day moving average. This can mean one or two things. More downside down to about the 350. And then, below that, I say I want SPY to get to about 340. before I see a reversal. But either way, we may see some more downside to the 350. Only way we can tell is see what happened on Monday. This is the 1 week chart. 1 week chart breaking below the 200-day moving average. If you want to write this down in your notes, just give you, just some repetition on, what you're looking for, how you should be, try to have an idea of what we're going to do. Then we break it down to the 4-hour chart, and that's where it gets a little bit better. We're breaking below the support here at the 361. We're right here at that 357 right here. Hopefully we have a reversal on Monday. You never know. The Feds had an emergency meeting, from the Federal Reserve. It's scheduled on Monday, October 3rd. This can be big. Again, it's always convenient for these meetings to go on, for all these different things to happen, right now. We already know the Fed's pumping money into the stock market all 2022. And that's why the money was looking the way it was. That's why stocks was going crazy, because the Feds had their hand in it. Now that they took their hand out of it, they started to let the market do what it do, which is basically a correction. Let's see if they're going to, start putting money out there. See if they start signing money or, doing what they got to do to see some type of sign of reversal. So we're going to do the same thing over and over. Basic support resistance, quadrant line setup. First thing I always like to see is a retest towards the resistance at 361. So first, our target is 361. Once we break above, if we break above 361, we should be able to see 363, so forth and so on. But first thing we got to do is get above that 361. We're right here at the 357. On a 1 hour chart, you do look like a reversal candle is coming in here. We got a bullish hammer. So let's see what happened on Monday. We may see a small gap up to the 361 and back down to the 357. Again, consolidation, then direction. So again, if we're noticing the consolidations, no matter what time frame you're trading on, you should be noticing some type of consolidation, then direction. So here go, last week we had a crazy consolidation area where the stocks was just going from one point to another. And then once it broke down from that level, we've seen it down to 357 area. Hopefully we're, not being too aggressive in that September month. It was definitely sketchy. You never know how things are going to turn out, but you got to be prepared for either way it goes. So if you guys already was locked in, collect your checks, call it a day, sit back and wait for the next trade. If you're doing day trades, notice some type of consolidation, support and resistance, and then, capitalize off of that. But yes, we did have a consolidation from the 29th all the way over till the 30th, where it broke down at. No, actually, that consolidation was longer than that. Sorry about that. It was already from the 27th, and then it kind of ended on the 30th. For about 3 days, you could have, caught the bottom, seen a push back up to the 370, came back down, caught the bottom, did a small little push up to about 365, and then boom, from there, that was it. So if you're day trading it, look for those consolidations. If you're long swings, again, 4 hour chart, weekly charts, day charts. So please pay attention to that for sure. But that's just SPY, small setup. Let's see what happened on Monday. You never know. It can go up or down. But we're here for it. First thing I want to talk about Walmart. These are the stocks that I'm looking at for this week. I may add to it depending on how Monday goes. But Walmart, top of the list. Walmart been going up and down, from this support area, and this time I'm looking at it at the support area. You know what I mean? So it did go up and pop up to about 133.87, but now we're back at the 129. Now I mean, multiple times. This is a multiple bottom setup. Let's see how it holds this 129, but confirmation area is above the 130.45. I'm looking for excuse me. I'm looking to do a 135 call going towards November. Yes, November, because their earnings is on November 15th. So my options is the 135, November 18th. You can see it right here. It's $350. You're going to start paying a little bit more money for these contracts. That's closer into the money. If you don't want to buy the 135, you can look towards the 145. But I really want to get into that 135 and see how it retests that 139 or that 133. Let's go back to the chart real quick. And this is going to be a high watch. We know holidays is coming up. We know Christmas is coming up. So, I'm expecting Walmart to get a little bit of more traction on that upside towards the 133.87, which is my target. But my ultimate target is going to be the 135.63, 62. So we're at support. This is why it's very important to come in on Sunday session at the end of this month. This is one of my, every year, this first week of October, Sunday sessions are very important because you notice that everything is at a solid support. You know what I mean? So being prepared for this Sunday session is going to give you a head start. If things go crazy on Monday, up or down, people is going to be losing their heads and trying to figure out what they want to do because they haven't made the plan. But this is my plan from 129 to 135 call for November. That's my first trade. Second trade I'm looking at definitely is going to probably be, what else hold on, let me get my paper. God, sorry. I wanted to go off head today. I wanted to go off memory. They never let me do it. Meta. I've been talking about Meta for a very long time. We've seen the big discounts for Meta. We had 136 with Meta. Let's go down to the 1 week chart. Again, we're getting down to the bottom of all these stocks. Target entry ideally will be 124. That's the same price of 2018 December. I wanted to see if it comes down and touch that. You notice that we're breaking below these supports at 139. This trade is actually patient trades. I really want to just sit back and see how it go. But if we do get that 124, I'm gonna be watching. I'm setting my alert for the 124 area because I want to be able to catch that return when it goes back and retest the 163. Now, I mean, that's a huge, I know it seemed like it's a lot, but the call is going to be a 140 call also in November. Everything that's coming out for today is going towards November because I want to see what October brings and I want to be in the money for a long period of time. You're going to pay a little bit more money for these guys. If we see signs of reversal earlier, I may pull back and do some mid-October calls. Let's see how I go though. This first week is very crucial. But buying time is going to give me a cushion just in case things don't go my way and I don't lose a lot of money so quickly. So that's why I'm going further out towards the November calls because I want to be in the money for the long run if things do reverse. But you got to notice that everything is at its bottom. Everything is at its bottom. So do not just shy away from the market just because September is bad. We knew September was bad all year. We knew that what was coming. So this is the look that we're getting. We're looking for a break above the 140.32. And then we should looking for a retest towards that 163 area here where it consolidated at. So please pay attention to this Meta. This is a downtrend that we're getting into. The reason I say 163, because that's going to give us a trend break at 163 on the 4 hour. So I'm definitely going to be watching this from 140 to 163. But ideal entry is 124. That's if we continue to go down. So set your alert for the 124 and the 140. And then boom, there you go. You have an idea of what you want to do. Next one on the list, got to have Amazon. Amazon is one of the ones I've been talking about, since the split. I wanted, the entry for whole shares is 102. Would have been a great whole share buy. Once the split happened, it dropped down to 102. Down over here in July, it kind of dropped down. So now we're back at the 113. This is the support area here. I'm looking for a reversal break back above the 115. This is going to be crucial also. We know that Amazon is definitely a good company. It's been around for a long time. But seeing this discount, my deal is a 125 for Amazon going towards November. And these contracts are not going to be cheap, guys. I'm giving you guys contracts that I feel like that's going to last and be in the money for a long period of time. Again, I am a lone swing trader. So this is what I do. Confirmation break is above 117.65. So, you can either buy it at the 113 or below, or you can buy it at the 117.65. But 125 call for 11.18 is going to be the ideal. But be patient. I'm a long swing trader. Again, earnings season is coming back around. Their earnings is on October 26th. You can write all this stuff down, guys. Earnings is on October 26th through the 31st. That's why I'm going towards November, because if things will work out well for their earnings, we're gonna have a nice run going towards I'm going towards November. So 125 call above the 117.65. And then we're gonna see how it go from there, guys. Anybody got questions on those three so far? All right, next one on the list. Gotta have Google. Gotta have Google. You can use Google L or Google, whichever one you want to do. My ideal is I want to go towards the either 120s. Oh no, what's top here? Yeah, 111. You can go 110s, because my first idea was to get a 130, but we need that confirmation break above that 112. So you can look at the 110s right now, because I want to go long November 18th, 130s, 125s. But since we're so low, we may have to pull that back some a little bit and go 115 to 110s. But this is definitely a good opportunity seeing these prices for Google. Everything is coming down to a good price. You can see the open interest in these things are looking crazy. A lot of people expecting some type of reversal. Now let's go down to the put side. I know you guys are thinking, well, the puts probably look good too. Yeah, the puts look crazy also. You feel what I'm saying? So don't feel like, but the puts are deep off in the money. So I'm expecting people to take their cash, starting to let's see what the Fed say on Monday. I'm expecting people to take their cash off on these puts and start rolling them right back into the calls, where you can see open interest and volume is picking up on the 105s. And these are the Novembers, guys. So this is why it's important to be ahead of schedule. These are cheap. Now, the first two I gave you contracts a little bit more expensive, but you can come here, 115 call for November for Google is only $70. 110s ain't nothing but 131. The 105s ain't nothing but 237. And this all the way to November. So giving yourself the cushion is going to definitely give you an advantage, especially looking at these contracts prices. Now, again, reversal candle, you know what I mean? It's coming in right here. Confirmation me to break and hold above $99.97. Know what I mean? And then we'll be our target above 99 will be 107.15. Now, I mean, once we break 107.15, I think we're clear. I mean, we should be good to go. Again, trend line is still intact, right around that 112. But these, right at that price range, and if things start going back up, we're right there on that trend line. We should break that, and we should be about 117 coming in. But looking at these prices of these contracts and looking at where these stocks are sitting at, do not be afraid to go get Google 105s, 110s for November. Now, I mean, they definitely got earnings coming up in the end of the month in October. Everything's coming around October earnings season. Let's see what this earnings season brings. The last 3 quarters been crazy. The last earnings season in the summer, you seen what these companies did. Let's see if we get that same reaction. I appreciate the people that's here today, because I'm telling y'all, I've done this so many times for so many years. At the end of every September, nobody want to be bothered in the stock market. After even being notified, after even telling people the stock market is going to go down in September, after telling all these people this, everybody thinks, oh, I'm not going to trade no more. But you had 6 to 8 months ahead of time knowing that September is a bad month. So when you come into Sunday session today, I'm telling y'all, if tomorrow these reversal signs start happening and the feds come out and say they're going to do something with putting money into the economy, bruh, watch everybody scramble. I'm telling y'all, trust me, I've seen it happen so many times. Either way it go, if things don't work out tomorrow and we get some more downside, all we got to do is wait for the retest towards support and then get your puts furthermore. You feel what I'm saying? Just go back in history, see where the put area is, 80, 85 if it's Google, if it's anything else, 130 if it's Apple. Just roll into those puts and be comfortable. But if things reverse tomorrow, I'm an optimistic guy. I've done this every October. I'm coming off of the best September with just 3 trades. Think about this. Amazon, Facebook wants the 165 put, Amazon the 125 put, and SPY the 385 put for 930. All my 3 trades from the beginning of that month hit hard. I didn't have to do nothing else. I'm telling y'all right now, that's what I'm trying to do again right now. I keep on telling y'all, I don't want to be here all day staring at the computer, guys. I want to make my money. I want the money to work for me. You feel me? So if you're looking at the bottom of these charts right now, and you're trying to figure out, man, what's the best way I can try to, get into these things, this is the time, guys. This is it. So Walmart, we coming back around the holiday season. Amazon, Facebook, people's going to be active on social media. The advertisement for social media should pick up because everybody trying to sell something now. We getting around to Black Friday. Don't sit back and wait until it's too late. And then once, everybody gonna go crazy when Amazon hit the 112. They like, oh, I'm getting a 120. And then they gonna act like they did something. I'm telling y'all, on a day that we had death on Friday, the stock market supposed to be dead. It's the worst September in history. I'm telling y'all, and it's a huge possibility, if things reverse, we're gonna make a whole bunch of money in October, man, for sure. And I'm preparing for the best, not the worst. So Google calls 110s, 115s. I just showed y'all the prices of those. 1118 contracts are all under $100. Do not sit up here and fall and sit on your hands. Do not. Let's wait for them signs of reversal. Of course, we want to see a trend break. Of course, we want to see resistance break. But being aware of this stuff and having my alert set is going to make this such an easy process for me. Next on the list, man, I love Apple around this year, this time of the year, every year. I love Apple. We're at the 137, 138. Minder, I put out the Apple 140 call on the first run in June at 130. We caught the first run. Let's not make it seem like we tripping now. We caught the first run and had an amazing, this whole little section from here all the way up. We had fun with that. You know what I mean? That was amazing. Let's see if we can do it again, guys. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. I'm just telling you guys, all I'm trying to do is ride these same trades off. Know what I mean? So downtrend, we're still in that downtrend. Sign of reversal will be around the 150. My ideal is to do a 180 for November. I know a couple of people already got some of them 180s for November. I'm still confident in those. You feel what I'm saying? Again, every year Apple have a good performance around this time of year. So downtrend here, confirmation for reversals around 150. Even though we got some more downside, guy, I'm not scared when the market breaks below support. I'm not terrified, because one thing I'm going to look for is a sign of reversal and a retest. Know what I mean? So again, we at the 137 area. Sign of reversal break is around 150. Let's see how it go. Idea is going to be between a 170 and 175 call going towards November. If you can afford it, you can pull that back and get a 160 or 150. But if you feel like you want to, you can't really go that big, go a little longer out on the strike price. Let it run up to the 165, 170, and then sell your 180s. Don't hold that too long, because I think Apple, may give us a double top at the 175. Who knows? You know what I mean? But we're definitely going to be paying attention to this trend line. Once we see that sign of reversal towards the 150, let's see how it go. Now, if you guys are wanting to do 150s for mid-October, cool. You feel what I'm saying? But their earnings, when earnings season come around, we know these stocks get a little bit of traction around earnings. Businesses start giving out announcements. They start dropping new product. They start giving you all these different things when it's close to earnings because they want people to know, look, man, we're developing. We're still working on our company. We're still building our company up. You feel what I'm saying? So again, earnings is on the 26th through the 31st. Everything is on the end of October for earnings. Let's see what we can pull out for Apple. At most, 170 car, 175, 180, that'll be your range. If you can afford the 150s up to the 165s, go ahead. But the last ones we did, they costed like 600, and they worked out. They turned to like 3,500. So that was the 140 cars, 150s at 130. I'm looking for the next level up. Now I'm looking for the 160s, 170s around the 140s. So let's see what happened, man. And I'm not here to complicate things. I'm not going to sit here and talk about a whole bunch of stuff. I'm going straight off of technical analysis. I'm going straight off of market history. And I'm not saying this stuff is going to be guaranteed hits. What I'm saying is I'm setting my phone alerts. When things start showing itself, I'm going to be locked in. And I'm not doing a lot. 4 or 5 stocks, that's all I need. Because if you put money into these 4 or 5 stocks, and then you jump off and put money into something and it don't hit, you're going to be kicking yourself that you didn't put all your money into the stocks that you know you had a good setup for. Know what I mean? I was even looking at Twitter. I looked at a lot of stocks over this weekend. I looked at Boeing, Twitter, XOM, ABBV. I went through the list and I'm like, let me just go back into some of the ones that I know that's going to actually, more likely make moves. You know what I mean? When you come around the holiday season, these 5, they should give us some type of generation and some type of movement. You feel what I'm saying? So anybody got questions on those, man? Walmart, Meta, Amazon, Google, Apple, nothing serious, guys. Oh, y'all quiet today. Now y'all don't want to talk. I'm giving y'all the floor.
Hey, what was your expirations you looking at for the Apple
11, 11/18. Everything 11/18.
All right, bet.
Yes, sir. I might, if things move earlier than usual, I might go mid-October just to pull in some of that money for the first of the month run. But I have to see what happened. This again, what I told you, the closing of the market on Friday was going to be super crucial. I'm not saying that it's going to continue to go because it broke support doesn't mean it's going to die. It can retest and break resistance / support again. But I wanted to sit back and watch. I did the day trade, up to 365 off of that bottom, but you had to do that before 10 o'clock rule. I broke the rule just to do it real quick. That's why I didn't really put it out. And day trades are super risky, and I know people be like, man, it's going to go for more. Nope, trade support and resistance. Don't worry about nothing else. I don't even understand how we're not seeing the simple support and resistance consolidations. We should be seeing simple consolidations, simple support and resistance. It shouldn't be nothing more than that, especially when you're doing day trades. Know what I mean? So when the market opened up and they show you a direction, that's your resistance or support. If it goes up, that's your resistance. And then if it comes down, wait until it stops, that's your support. That's your range for trading for a day trade. Now, I can't do a swing yet because the trend line didn't break on the 4-hour. Until we start seeing solid trend breaks on the 4-hour, I'm preparing for them. You obviously see I'm preparing for them. But if I get into them and it goes up to that trend line and don't break, I'm going to get out. Because I need a solid break above that trend line and another move for a bigger move. You know what I mean? So please, I'm done with making things complicated with trading, man. Because I've been literally, after this month of doing just 3 trades that was solid to me and then some small day trades on SPY, I was happy. I'm like, I should trade like this all the time. It's so simple. Anybody else? And it's only coincidence. Again, Ken posted on the 30th. Feds got a mercy meeting on Monday at 11. That's only coincidence, right? Do y'all think that's coincidence, or you think something big is about to happen? This is the first of the month vibes in October. October usually be signs of reversal.
You probably finna get the first of the month, but I was just off the Fed.
I'm trying to tell y'all, and being prepared for it is definitely going to help you out. I'm not trying to say it's going to do it. I'm not going to say we're going to see a huge move. What I'm trying to say is it's coincident that the end of the worst September ever, going into usually one of the best months of the month of the stock market is October. We have a Fed meeting. I'm just saying, bro. I'm not a rocket scientist, but I know what 2 + 2 is, and I've done this every year, guys. This is not nothing new to me. October is not nothing new to me. Everybody who's been here for over a year or 2 years, whatever, every October, what happened? We go crazy. So you gotta get to September. The problem is that people don't want to fight through September. You gotta fight through September, man. September is tough. It's a tough time to trade. That's why I was just like, look, I'm gonna just do some long puts to the end of the month, and I'm gonna call it that. I can't come back and I can't stretch this market out. It's tough to stretch the market out, man. You feel me? Once that trend line break on the 4-hour, that's your direction. You should get into some nice calls or puts for long and sit back and call it a day. But if you're trying to do day trades and be in and out, and jabbing, that's tough. It's tough to me. You feel me? So that's why everything pointing towards November, past earnings. That's why we got some close to the money calls. We're gonna see how it go. Anybody else got? And there's only 6 of us in here. Only 6 of us.
That day trading definitely is tough. That's why I pressure that 10, 20, 30% if you day trade.
If you day trade and get your money and get up out of there, because it's never a guarantee. Because especially when you try to sell, if you get a day of day trade, let me show y'all something real quick. Let me show y'all what I did on Friday. Just to, I'm not trying to say I'm the best day trader in the world. I'm still.
Hey, Friday, I got that call and that put. I had to wait till the market closed for the put, but.
And the craziest thing, I posted a picture when it was at resistance. All you had to do is just go in and look at the picture when it's at resistance and get your put. You feel me? It went right towards the resistance. So look, let me show you this. This is this Friday. This first in the morning on Friday. You know what I mean? This 9:30. Literally, all I traded was this right up, and I stopped right here. I'm gonna show you where I sold at. I sold it right here. I didn't wait for no 365. I sold that thing early. I'm terrified. You feel what I'm saying? But the point I'm trying to make is there's a target. You feel me? There's a target. I said the same conversation I have with you guys in here, this is what I do for regular time. Hey, if we get a reversal candle here and it breaks back above 361, I'm just gonna trade a 365, call it 363. I did not think about for it to go to 365. I didn't think about it going up here. I just thought about it going right here. That's it. You feel me? And that's just being cautious. You feel what I'm saying? That's being cautious because you never know what happened. And then when I post the picture, I posted in main lobby. I say, look, man, trade simple. It was right at resistance. I posted it on Friday. It literally was reversal. A bearish candle formed right when I posted that picture right here. And it was a bearish candle. I said, man, make trading simple. That's all I said. And then it died. Boom. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you could have came down there a 360 put or a 359 put or a 358 put, but you would have made money on the way down. You would have made more money on the way down than I did on the way up. But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, have a target price in mind. Have a percentage for exit and have a target price. Because when it gets there, I don't want you to second guess yourself. Say it could be more. I want you to know I'm selling it from 361 and I'm getting out at 363. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less for a day trade. And if it does do more, oh well. You feel me? And I'm just being honest. You feel what I'm saying? Because if I don't want nobody to feel like this is more complicated than it is. It's not. It's very simple. And the reason I picked that area to buy in at, because look at it. Look at the chart. Everything shows you 361 bounce. Everything shows you 361 bounce. That's all I was looking at. So I wasn't doing nothing extraordinary. Anybody got a question about actually trading, or you got a question about strategy, or you got anything else? Since we're at the bottom again, I'm gonna repeat it. Since we're at the bottom on the weekly of all contracts, I'm looking for long swings. This is your time to start getting into your long swings, looking for something on the upside, and then maybe we can capitalize that way. So that's why I put out Meta, Amazon, Google, Apple, and Walmart.
What you think about fuel cell, man? I was gonna run and grab 100 shares of them on Monday, just to swing to next year.
Let me look real quick. Fuel cell.
I'm trying to find something cheap. I can get about 100 shares for less than 500.
So is that support? Is that the same support from May and June? So it's right again. Everything is that support. So if your idea, if you want to get fuel cell, and these fans come out and say they putting money into the market, every stock gonna move. It don't even matter. You feel me? Monday about to be is gonna be either good or bad. I think it's gonna be good, but I think it's so convenient that it's like everybody. I was seeing all these comments on StockTwits or StockWits. I don't know if you guys follow that. But everybody was saying, man, this market's so rigged. It's so this and so that. It may be rigged, but it's rigged at a convenience where it happens around the same time every year. So you can kind of like be expecting it. You feel what I'm saying? You should kind of have some expectation. But everything is at the bottom. You can look at my 1 week chart. Here go my 15 here. The bottom of fuel cell is around $3.31. It's that 345. It's looking like the trend line is sitting here. Let me boom, boom. Here go a small trend here. You can start kind of leaning on. It's right at trend line. If you want to add that into your repertoire on the 15-minute, it's like it's going to break the 15-minute trend, and then you should be able to see some type of move towards 387. Know what I mean? So that's another 45 cents, almost 40 cents, 45 cents up to 387. And if you break 387, we back up to $4.40. That's where the double top was back in the beginning of September. September 13th and the 15th, we had a double top form at $4.41. Anybody else got a stock that they want to look at? Penny stocks, we all know penny stocks does move. So buying whole shares of penny stocks is safe because you're buying whole shares. You're not trading options. So when if you see a 20%, 30% move off a penny stock, congratulations, go for it. You know what I mean? That's actually some money. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right. See, now I'm trying not to make the same mistake twice. I was trading plug power when it was a penny stock.
Right.
And I had shares. I wasn't really trading the options on it. I had plenty of shares, but shit, I got out of it at like $8-9.
No, but the reason, see, I ain't gonna lie, we call fuel cell, I don't know what the price is. Again, back in the day, we had a lot of people used to come in, 30, 40 people come on lives, and they used to come in, somebody said fuel cell. And I didn't really pay attention to fuel cell like that. Now, I mean, I know one of my little homies put me on ChargePoint. But when I seen fuel cells like $1.75, and then it shot up like crazy. And this was 2020. So, everything was kind of, super cheap. And you can notice 2020, it went from, $1 and some change, and it ran all the way up to, I don't even know, dude. But hold on, that's the wrong date. Hold on, let me fix this. So boom, let me scroll over. It went up to $20. So when that happened, you feel what I'm saying? I'm like, oh shoot, I may need to start paying attention more to these fuel cells, charge points, plugs. I started learning, start BLNK. I started learning more about the charge stations. You know what I mean? And during that time also was the announcement of when California announced that they're going to EV by 2025, they want the whole state in EV cars. And then they'll say, then that's when Biden came out and said, we're doing charging stations across the board, all across America. We're building more charging stations. So it was a luck trade. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie, more than a luck trade. Went up to $26, almost $30 actually by 2001. But again, man, this stuff was super cheap. I mean, it was dirt cheap in 2020. Nobody wasn't really paying attention to it. It was slow mover. You know what I mean? But as soon as that, he got in the office, November, you start to see that thing start picking up, and then it just went crazy from there. So it was very, very, very much a luck trade for me.
I might buy the 100 shares in my Roth because I really want to hold it for that five. Like, apparently the world gonna change by 2025 to 2030.
Yeah.
In between those 5 years, everybody want to be carbon neutral and all this crap.
Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot more pole stars on the road.
I mean, again, you got that's the great idea. This is what my main suggestion is when you guys are investing into companies that you're going to hold for 5 to 10 years. Find the best one. You feel me? I like fuel cell. I'm telling you, I do. But find the best one. Which one is more profitable? Which one is getting the most contracts state to state? Like, there's nothing wrong with fuel cell. I have nothing against it. I just want you to find the better of the few, because that's where you get your growth from. So if you do a comparison, fuel cell went from, let's say, $3.40, it went to $26, even though we've seen it at 30. This is the one we chart. And then we go to
ChargePoint.
I mean, just go through all three of them. And I'm just doing technicals. I haven't even looked at the financials. You can go to the financials. You can see who's making money. You can see who's not making money. You know. Here you go right here. Here go ChargePoint. This one went, the top was $46. And their bottom was $8 and some change. You feel what I'm saying? And you can see right now it's breaking a trend too. This is my first time clicking on this in a long time. It actually broke a downtrend. So ChargePoint may be looking like it's ready to cook something. It may go up to $18.
Yeah, there's like some consolidation between those two.
Yeah, for sure.
Break.
And that's a reversal candle right here. So yeah, I'm glad I clicked on ChargePoint. But yeah,
what's the next level up from the reversal candle?
15.79. And then the next pink line is my 4-hour line. That's $17.29. And the top one is 19 and then 18.39 and then 19. Man, that's a nice trend line. But I haven't looked at this in forever. I didn't even know the trend broke. That's crazy.
I think I traded ChargePoint maybe
in July.
2 months ago.
Was that in July? Yeah, because you asked about it in July. So it's the same thing with BLNK. You feel what I'm saying? Go to BLNK. This is the technical side of it. This was down to $5 and some change, and it ran up to almost $60. You feel what I'm saying? So, there's reasoning and there's catalysts behind the reason of these moves, but go through their financials. If you're going long term, I suggest go through their do the work, do the fundamental work on that scale. The technicals matter when it's like trading, but the fundamentals matter when you're long-term investing. Go do the work. You feel what I'm saying? Don't shortcut them. You know what I mean? Don't shortcut them on that long-term investing. Because in my belief, in my mind frame, and I talk to my financial advisor pretty often just because I'm trying to milk her for ideas. But I'm being honest. The only thing I really get into is Apple, Amazon. Right about this time of year, just the basics. Apple, Amazon. You know what I mean? I had so many shares of Garmin, Waste Management, JP Morgan. I had all of those, back in 2020 up to 2021. And when I got with her, she started telling me to downsize on the shares and go focus on one. And I really started going to Apple, Amazon, and Google is probably my top 3 right now.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because those 3 out of any ETF or any type of mutual fund you trade, those are going to be the holdings.
Yep, they got those in it. I want to talk about Microsoft a little bit. Let's talk about Microsoft for a little bit, because Microsoft is one of those ones too. You know what I mean? Microsoft is a great company, great long-term company, great long-term potential. Earnings date is the 24th. I just didn't want to overload today. You feel what I'm saying? I could have went over a lot of stocks. I wanted to make it simple. I gave you 2 stocks that was expensive, 2 stocks that were cheap, and 1 that was meaty. You know what I mean? In the middle. You feel what I'm saying? Because I didn't want to hit you guys with stuff that's out of people's price range. And to even see Google contracts under $100, we all should be having like a light bulb go off like, hold up. Like, that's crazy. You feel me? So That's another thing is looking for price ranges that's reasonable in quality businesses when you're doing options. Now, I mean, sometimes we find options on these businesses and we just like, oh, the business goods because of this, and that, and not really thinking about the price range. Like, why aren't we looking for a discount? You feel what I'm saying? So when the market goes super green, and I put out the Amazon 125 that costed $155, and then they cash out at 1,800, you can't, it's not surprising to me because 150, that's cheap. You feel what I'm saying? So let's start getting used to doing that. And that's why I'm not putting out you don't see me putting out any type of business that's out of the ordinary. The reason is I can follow the crowd. I'd rather follow the crowd. You feel what I'm saying? It's going to work in my favor. Microsoft, real quick. We have 233. I remember doing 240 calls on Microsoft. It's so crazy to see these price ranges. We did break below the 247. It's a small reversal candle at 232 right now. This is the same support area from 2001 March. And then, hopefully we get a reversal back up to 247.67. That's your target price if you're into Microsoft. And I'm not trying to add this to the list, but it's just, these are good companies, man. And it's crazy we're seeing these discounts. A lot of people gonna be kicking themselves about long-term investing also, because these are price ranges that's, you haven't seen this stuff since a year and a half ago. Know what I mean? And we all see what Microsoft did once it broke above that 232. It ran up to about, $343. So, don't be surprised when the market slows down like this. Just plot and plan and do your research on getting long-term investments or looking for some good contracts if you're doing trading. But I'm not surprised that, some of these are slowing down, because if I get in for pandemic price of some of these stocks, this pandemic price here, let's see the bottom of pandemic price for Microsoft was 149. Now, I mean, so if you see, again, we talked about long-term investing. Our goal is to make 100% in long-term investing, 5 to 10 years, and then we're going to sell 75% of the position and hold 25%, right? That ideal I didn't make that up. I was watching CSNBC, listening to these people that got money, the people that does this every day, and that's what they said. They said, if you're up 100% in hold shares, why are you still holding it? No one gets 100% in hold shares. Now, talking to my financial advisor, they saying, look, I'm hoping that some of these stocks go 20 to 30% in the next year. You feel me?
They got to be saying that, because I'm telling you, man, people 401ks are down like 30%. And when you join into these ETFs or these funds, they have these target, the 1 year, the 3 year, the 5 year return rates and stuff. And you look at their 1 year return rate is like -9%. The 3 year return rate would be 10%. The 5 year return rate would be 12%. But then you look at the year to date, and then you see down 24%.
Yeah.
Some got to say.
And that's another thing too, when you're looking at the 401k situation, that's why there's a way that you can manage your 401k. They don't tell you this, but you can log in and manage your own 401k. You feel
They tell you not to touch it. They
tell you not to touch it because they're using it to make money off of it. So if you don't touch it, I can move money around and get me 20% off of it. You feel me? The same thing the banks do. If you keep your money in the bank, I can make money off your money. But if you keep taking money out, now I gotta, charge you for having an account, because I gotta make money off of this somehow. You can't just house money nowhere where the company that's holding your money can't make money. It sounds, and when you say it, the way I'm saying it should make y'all a light bulb go out. That makes sense. If somebody come and put $100 in your house and say, man, hold this for a year, what you gonna do? You gonna take the 100, you may spend 100, you may replace it with it. You know what I mean? You're gonna do something with the money. You feel what I'm saying? No one's just gonna hold money and not do nothing with it, especially big corporations. They gotta make money with money also. That's the whole game. You feel what I'm saying? But you can manage your own 401k, guys. Go and log in and go look at it. If you got a 401k, I used to look at Fidelity's all the time. Seahawk Tiger, he worked for Apple. He used to cash his Apple shares then and trade on Charles Schwab. You feel me? You can manage your 401k. I'm not telling y'all to do it. I'm just letting y'all know. It's like when you start seeing it fluctuate, you can take it out and stop it. You can sell it and be like, I don't want to hold this ETF. It's all ETFs.
September.
In ETFs, you feel they're not doing nothing crazy.
In the beginning of September, I rebalanced my portfolio, put all of it into income-based or income stable ETFs.
Right.
And here in the next week or two, I plan on going back in the large cap.
Be careful, because I'm still predicting.
I'm waiting.
I'm reading. I read articles about what the people that have been investing for a long time, what they think and feel, how they think the market is going. Blase. They say 2023 gonna be worse than this. So, I'm just whatever. That's all I can say. If they got all the money, all I can do is listen. You know what I mean? Like Ian Dunlap said last year in October that the market was gonna crash, but nobody really listened to him. And then once March came, we was yelling recession. And then once June came, we was back in the bullish market. You know what I mean? Like you follow the money. You feel me? Listen, see what the big money talking about.
Oh yeah, definitely. And they will put a limit on your trading in your 401k.
Yes, for sure.
Depending on the ETFs and everything, but you can definitely move it around. Definitely. Yeah. That unrealized gain, unrealized losses. I got into it because it sucks to be contributing to something every week just to be taking losses because it's not being managed properly. So the money you putting in, you losing immediately after.
Yeah.
It don't make sense either.
Yeah, it's been a crazy time, but that's how all corporations make extra money. They offer you a 401k. They make money off of that. They're not dumb. No one's dumb. I mean, everyone's, and no one's out just to help you only. Unless you work for Publix or Chick-fil-A. Those are different. Those holy grails. I mean, I don't know if y'all know about Publix, but Publix is probably the best grocery store in America, period. I don't care what nobody say. If you live in Florida, we know when we walk in Publix, the expectation is high. We don't even play.
They say Costco is the #1 employer, like the best employer, with best incentives, best benefits and stuff.
Oh yeah. See, Publix and Chick-fil-A, they're private stockholders. You feel what I'm saying? So they're not publicly traded. So when you get into Publix, they give you stock, they're never going to go down. You know what I mean? They're privately owned. So when you like Publix, literally, you can work for Publix for 5 years and retire and have like $30,000 because they give you that much stocks. You know what I mean? That's what I did when I was in high school. That's how, that's how I moved around. I was dumb though. I should have stayed there. I should have stayed there for the rest of my life. I ain't gonna lie, I should stay there for the rest of my life.
At least 10 years.
I was in high school, bro. I was an athlete, high school. I'm thinking NBA was all I needed. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't thinking, bro. I was not thinking. But anybody else got questions, comments, or concerns, man? Definitely look. Again, I'm gonna repeat what I said. I see, Big Randy came through. Listen, everything is at its bottom right now. This is your time to pull out that research. This is your time to start making plans for November. Let's see what happens tomorrow when the feds come out. They're going to come out and say, we're going to lower interest rates and we're going to have a great market for the next 2 months. That's my expectation. Now, if it don't happen, then I'm sorry. But hopefully this September, everybody made money off of puts. I told you guys September is a bad month. All you had to do was close your eyes and buy a put. That's all you had to do. You had to do nothing else. Anybody else got questions?
Hey, let me ask you about Palantir.
Yes, sir. PLTR. Government contracts. I'm surprised Palantir ain't really, I thought they was gonna hold between $10 and $20.
Man, I'm bullish on Palantir, man. I don't know what's going on.
QuantumScape.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, I'm bullish on them too.
It's a bullish in golfing. If y'all want to talk bullish, it's a bullish in golfing on the 1 week. It's a bullish in golfing right here. Know what I mean? So yeah, it looked like it's about to do something. And we're looking to break above the $8.13. Let me stretch this out real quick, make sure I get my numbers right. I love this company though. I ain't gonna lie. When they first dropped, I was super bullish on them, dude. And luckily, again, when they first dropped, it was around $8, $9. Look where it went. And I just told you guys, anything under $100, it went up to the highest $45. So again, you can't have an expectation more than 100%. If anybody that invested in the Palantir at $8 and $9 when they first IPO, and when I first started talking about them, and it goes to $45, there's no complaint to me. I don't see the complaint. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's great. That's amazing. And we caught options in between there. Right now, we got a bullish engulfing, looking to break above this resistance at $8.22. We're 4 cents away from a resistance. And my next target above that is $9.84. And it's a bullish engulfing. So did I say that? I mean, it's a good setup. It looks like it's about to go.
Yeah, I got whole shares and I'm thinking the same thing.
True story. Hopefully your price range is between $8 and $9. I hope you ain't, get caught in this, 20s and 11s. If you had a 20 or 11, you need to average down. Let's bring that cost down so we can have a little bit more wiggle room once it start making a move. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why it's tomorrow, bruh. Tomorrow is gonna be special. I'm not gonna lie. You can look at these charts. On every chart I went to, they just looked so good on the setup side. How many good setups do we have, guys? A lot. And that's not for no reason, bro. The 1 week Palantir got a bullish engulfing. Something's about to happen, guys. Something's gonna shake.
Yo, Dave, did you go over Tesla?
Oh yeah, I'll go over it right now. Now, Tesla is an October stock. I always call Tesla October stock. And seeing these prices, again, my idea is trade towards resistance. That means I get a $310 or $300 call if you can afford it. It should be reasonably priced. But Tesla is at support. Hold on, let me show you this real quick. 259 is the bottom for Tesla. Resistance is at 272. We sit at 266 right now on the 1 week. If we break below this 259, you should expect some downside to about 238, but it looked like we were probably going to hold. This was an area of consolidation also. We may hold here and see a reversal. Once we get back above 272, you should be confident in that $300 call, 310 call. And we'll look at the contracts for that. I don't know if they're expensive though. Let me see. The earnings date is October 18th and the 24th. They're gonna kick it off in like 2 weeks. They got about 2. Let's look at the 28th real quick just to see. They're expensive. $510 for the 310. $300 call, $770. But y'all know how much money I can make off of Tesla. I ain't gotta tell y'all. 280. Let's pull it back to October 14th. I'm going mid-October because there are earnings in mid-October. So I'm pulling it back a little bit. $300 call, 280. That's not bad for October 14th, but we really want to go past that earnings date. But they're going to cost you. Let's go down November. And I know what you're thinking, man, why can't I do a 330? Why can't I do a 340? Look, if you want to do that, cool. But, understand, yeah, look at that volume for the 383s. See, they got some weird contracts, man. They got a 383.33. Open interest 22,000. That's crazy. 970 for the 310s for November. I mean, if we can stretch it out, man, dang. 333. They got a 333.33 call. I know it sounds crazy, guys. They got a 333.33 call. It costs $515 with 9,000 open interest on it. The 350 actually got 6,000 open interest on it, and the 400 is only 89 cents. The volatility in Tesla, this could work, if it get any type of movement for the $400 call for November, that could work actually. And that's a stretch though. That's definitely a stretch. That means that trend break is going to break. This is the 1 week chart. The target, the high is 407. So getting a $400 call is definitely, you're going towards that resistance, the top resistance. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, let me add this in here real quick. Red, boom, right there. Boom, right there. So that's your trend line. If we break this trend line, I wouldn't be scared of that 400. Let me write that down. I would not be scared of that. And it's only 89 cents. I would not be scared of that 400, 11.18. That'll be beautiful. That'll be something golden for you to do. Now, I mean, I'm not gonna gas you. If that trend break, I'll be nice. That'll be a nice run. Now, I mean, if you don't want to pay that expensive one and you want to do like a lotto loan, that 11, I know y'all writing this one down. Y'all's too quiet to be, y'all like, hold up. Tesla, 89-cent contract? Yeah, that $400 call may be hidden. That $400 call may be hidden, man. $400 call, 11.18 is under $100. If you lose that $100, this is a pure lotto. But $400 call, 11.18, that can hit. I would like to buy it above, you know, the trend break, but it's going to be expensive by the time we get to 300. It's definitely going to be expensive by the time you get to 300. I might buy that tomorrow. That's a crazy sale. That's crazy.
Yeah, that sounds like one that you go ahead and grab tomorrow.
Yeah, bro.
In about 2 weeks, you might have to add more to it.
Yeah, if I win or lose on that one, I wouldn't even be mad. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's like, that could actually, the trend line is there. Historically, Tesla is a great stock to make moves during October all the way to December. Last year, and this is split price. I can't even show you, you know, what happened. But last year, here go last year. Come on, mouse. This is last year, September at that point. And then once it broke, it went all the way up to 407. So last year, this was the same thing. This is October 25th and this is split price. Remember, it went up to like 1,000, like 1,800. But by November 1st, it was at 407. So this is around the same time, same ideal type of thing. Let's see what happens. I mean, it can work, it can't work, you know, either way. If it break below, you look for a $200 put. I might as well write that down too. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna do the same expiration date because, I mean, I gotta look at that. I don't know if it's gonna come to 200. That's crazy. And that's Tesla split twice within a 2-year span. This is Tesla is what they doing over there. What they doing over there, man?
They still working on them damn Cybertrucks.
Yeah, bro. And they have, you know, around earnings, Tesla, they have a big old thing for their earnings, bro. I think you be trying to compete with Warren Buffett, their earning call. They have a whole conference over the weekend. I don't know if you guys follow Berkshire Hathaway earning calls. Every year they have a full weekend conference. You know what I mean? They have a gala. They have all types of. It's crazy.
That's the one. If you're a shareholder, you get in free.
Yeah. And their shares cost 200 and how much their shares cost now?
Whew, about 3,000.
Yeah, Berkshire, BK.
You got to be Berkshire A though.
Is it A? Yes, A.
Yeah.
A. So and that's for like 300,000. It's the most expensive stock, you know, on the thing. You can buy partials if you want to. I know some people been buying partials. Yeah, it's 400,000 a share now.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is the most expensive.
Hold up, 400,000.
Yeah, 400,000 a share.
So down to $500,000 for one share.
Yeah. And this Warren Buffett's.
And I bet they still have value.
Yeah, Warren Buffett. The high was 539K. The low pandemic price was 268K.
Berkshire for the ballers.
Bruh, listen. Boy, you ain't buying no Berkshire Hathaway, man. Hey, no, listen.
That's the caviar stock.
Look at the value. There's only 2,700 people buying this. You know good and well. Nobody ain't buying no Berkshire Hathaway, boy.
Yeah, no, that's the truffles of stocks.
Bruh, it's the truth, bruh. It's the real deal. But y'all know he started off being a CEO. If y'all looked at the history of Warren Buffett before, man,
Yep.
that man was selling the packaged meats. Now, I mean, this was like started off as like a packaged meat seller, and then he went into other things. This one right here got everything in it. Now, I mean, it's like a whole financial service situation. This is like their whole thing. This is like their 401k plan. Know what I mean? But the other one, I think, sell meat and stuff, like packaged meat and stuff. So we'll see, man. I mean, it's a lot of information out there, man. I suggest guys, do your homework, lock in. You know what I mean? Go.
He still got his ball.
But I'm definitely looking at this Tesla now. Y'all got me looking at Tesla, man. Y'all know I'm very optimistic about this week. This is crazy.
I already went.
So his friend got
We're looking at Ford.
Oh,
But yeah, man, everything got a double bottom. This is Ford on the 1 week. Double bottom setup on Ford also.
what? That's Ford.
It's Ford. Double bottom after it broke the trend, ran up to about 16. Double bottom setup on Ford. I mean, everything literally at the bottom of their price range that it was back in 2001. Some of them at their price range where they was back in 2020. But this is a crazy week. I'm telling y'all, bro. For traders, everybody's gonna be looking for volatility. Whatever happened with the Feds, the volatility is gonna kick in. I don't care what the Feds do. If they come out and say, man, we're gonna hike rates and that market drop, man, you might well get puts to you might well flip these calls that we got for November and get all puts going towards November because it's dead. It's over. I doubt it. Because at the end of the day, man, the government don't want nobody to take money out the stock market. They get paid off for this stuff too.
Hey, did you see that? You saw that documentary on Netflix called Eat the Rich?
No, I didn't see it. What's it about?
GameStop.
Oh, I didn't see it. Was it good?
Oh yeah, it's about three episodes. The GameStop phenomenon.
I'm gonna check it out. I'll be on that till late night tonight. I'll be up to about 1, 3 in the morning, bro. I ain't gonna even lie. I might well be up and just not go to sleep because sometimes I'll be up to about 2, 3 in the morning and now wake back up about 5:30, 6. I'll be tripping, dog. I know it's me.
Right around the corner from my grandma's old house.
And they had so many people. They had some people on there made some money from that shit. And they had some people lost some money.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Cause everybody started chasing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And you know what's crazy? Bruh, Black Pearl, you know what's crazy, bruh? And this girl cussed me out for it. I ain't gonna even lie, cause the trading plan don't change no matter what. I did not know that Wall Street Bets was gonna get into to GameStop. So I put out a trade the week before that happened. Well, before anything happened, I put out a $30 call for GameStop for March, or was it for March or for like June? It was further out. You feel me? I put it out in December, dog. The GameStop stuff didn't start happening until like January, February, dude.
Yep.
The chick said she sold it early.
Just let me know.
And she said her contracts, once it got to the height of the GameStop, when it got to like 500, she said her contract was worth $100,000, bro.
Wow.
And I put them calls out in December. GameStop was like $13, bro.
It's a girl, please.
Oh, that was just perfect time.
Bruh, perfect timing. And what's crazy was like, I wasn't even thinking about, I didn't know nothing about that stuff, bro. All I was doing was looking at GameStop and I was saying, I can remember this like yesterday. I said, look.
Playing one-on-one.
Bruh, I said, it's a pandemic. Everybody's staying home. GameStop should be performing well. You know me, bruh. I'm telling you about pandemic. I'm giving you all this history. You know what I mean? Bruh, that chick.
Yeah, because that's when That's when the gaming stocks was hitting all-time highs.
Yes, right, exactly. So I was in the Take Two Active, I was in the AccuVision, I was in the EA Sports. So I was like, GameStop, they should be performing well because it's a pandemic. We need to be getting some GameStop stuff. Man, I put them options out, bro. We sold early as hell. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody did. My homeboy bought whole shares, bro, at $10, bro. He started doing cover calls. Somebody,
Wow.
somebody executed the cover calls at $30 and took his shares.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bruh, I'm telling you, bro, I'm not lying to you, bro. I was so early, and it was all an accident. It wasn't like on purpose. I did not know nothing about they was gonna do stuff like that, bro. If I'd known that, then boom, we've been killing them. Even with AMC, I had Bed Bath & Beyond, AMC, BlackBerry. I was talking about all of those stocks, and it just went crazy, dog. And the only one I was in was BlackBerry. BlackBerry was with a boy. Them contracts was like 2
Yeah,
cents.
BlackBerry.
Bro, them contracts were like 2 cents, bro.
Cars.
I had Blackberries going towards the end of the bro.
It was KOSS, BlackBerry.
I ain't know nothing about KOS.
Yeah, GameStop, AMC.
Listen, bro, I was early, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That's why today, that's why I just be chilling. That's why I be like, man, I'm gonna stick to my same little stocks. I've done so much in this stuff, man. It's crazy to me. And me being early like that back then was like, dude, it was like gold, bro. It was like that Kodak, bro.
Kodak. I remember
was in Kodak at $4. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro,
Yep.
Discovery, the Discover. I don't know if you know about that Discover stock. Bro, we was in that shit like $5, bro. Like, man, it was a different type of hustle, man. And
what a time to be alive.
What's up, man? But yeah, man, yeah, definitely. That changed my life. A lot. That time frame, it changed my life, man.
Yeah, that was my introduction to the stock market.
Yeah.
I saw some things, what not to do.
Oh yeah. I was just buying whole shares. I never knew about options, so I was just buying whole shares. And I
saw people buying GameStop. It was over $200 a share. People was buying it.
Oh yeah, bro, they were tripping. I don't know what they're.
I was like, whoa.
Yo, my dad still killing himself. He had been invested in GameStop for the longest. And during COVID, when it went down to $6, he sold 1,000 shares.
That's crazy.
Sold his whole position. You know how pissed he was 2 months later, 3 months later?
But that's why patience is real, man. Patience is real, man. I had Doji at 0.0007 and some change. Like I was
me too, and sold it.
Yeah, I sold mine early when it hit like 7 cents. I'm like, damn, I'm getting out. But I was up. You feel what I'm saying? But
yeah.
I was buying Doji just from a humbug every week. I was doing like $30, $40 here and there for a year straight every week, just buying Doji. That was my first Bitcoin I ever bought, like any type of crypto.
Yeah, that was my first crypto I bought, Doge.
I swear, man, dog, listen, man. God is good, man. God is good. I don't care.
I think Doge was the first asset I ever bought. Stocks and crypto.
Yeah, facts. Out of all the things that I've done, you know what I'm saying? Like, during that time, I could have made more money, but I'm happy with the money I made. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Because I lost both of my jobs. I was just trying to, hustle in the stock market. And just thank God, man, it was working. It was working, man. That's where we had Telegram too. We had the Telegram up. We just got the store dropped. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people a lot of people that's in here now wasn't in here back in the day. But we really put in that work. I'm not even gonna lie to you. We put in some work.
This shit can really change your life.
Yeah, it really can, bro. And this month right here is a life-changing month. You know what I mean? Dog, 3 times already for the last 4 months, you could have made over $20,000, $30,000, man. I'm being honest. From each long swing. And this not even saying what Ken and them doing. Ken and them putting out some crazy stuff. I'm going off of this strictly the 4 or 5 trades I put out from June to now, bro. Dog, you could have made at least $20,000, $30,000, bro. Because I'm putting the timing of what they're getting put out into the end of the contract, they all deep off in the money. But the patience of the game is the whole game. It's not even about how I can buy and sell contracts. It's about, man, how long, how my plan is going to be executed. If I'm looking at a 4-hour chart and I notice a trend break, I got to be confident enough to hold on and ride it. A lot of times we're not confident enough when that trend break to ride it out. We get scared, and that kills everybody. You feel what I'm saying? Day trading, yeah, you can make a lot of money with day trading when you have a lot of money. When you're trying to bring up a small account, you need to start studying long swings, long trend breaks. I'm trying to tell you. The long swing is gonna get you a lot more money than anything short.
Is that a head and shoulders on Ford right there?
Where? Well, you talking about this right here? Yeah, kind of. Yeah. But again, the chart setups on every stock look amazing. So you can get a $15 call. Like every stock setup on every chart looks amazing. You feel what I'm saying? Again, we talked about this downtrend. Somebody came out here and I told them to get a $15 call on this downtrend. And look what happened on that downtrend. You got a beautiful move right up to $16. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm telling y'all, once y'all know this charting, bro, y'all, man, it's gonna be a whole nother game. You will feel so good. Oh, stock futures is out too, and it's down. All stock futures down. Oil is up. If you can learn how to chart, man, it's a game changer, bro. Game changer, man. But I ain't gonna hold y'all no further, man. I appreciate all you guys for coming in. Hopefully tomorrow we get what we want. Hopefully tomorrow we see a gap down, because then that's gonna give a confirmation of a more gap fill, and we be able to trade that also. I'm gonna be looking for a lot of different indicators going into that meeting tomorrow. It should be crazy. It should be crazy, man. Let's see what the Feds got to say, man. Because if the Feds come out here and start lowering interest rates right now, that's gonna help me out in a lot of different ways. I'm still trying to sell a house. You know what I mean? So I got a house on the market. If anybody wanna, you know what I mean, holla at me. I'm not stressing. You know what I mean, God has been good. So if I don't sell it, we just gonna make money out of it. It's gonna turn into the chart. But yeah, man, God is good, man. God is amazing, man. This has been probably the best year ever. Learning, making mistakes, learning from my mistakes. This has been an amazing year. So, anybody else? Well, God bless y'all, man. Y'all holla at me. I'll post the recording once it render, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. God bless.